and I got the 2007 Infiniti GS35 pulled up. All right, so, and I got, this is just this exact vehicle. It's not going to give me a vehicle, you know, plus or minus 2 years older or newer, anything like that. It's this exact vehicle. All right, so we're going to I plugged in no crank here. You can see the confirmed fix. I don't know why an alternator, I suppose if the alternator stops charging, eventually the battery's going to die. It'll cause a no crank condition. But anyway, so this one here, I found this one, no crank, no power to anything when the ignition switch is depressed, body control module. So this is actually a very common problem on this vehicle. You can see it's confirmed fix right here. You have indicated that you have already replaced the BCM, but now everything powers up. So one possibility is maybe you had two different issues, which is possible, or maybe the BCM needs to be programmed, or maybe there's a security issue. Did you say, I'm sorry, did you say it was programmed? And where did you get the BCM from? Here's another one, ignition relay. Obviously, I'm sure you've checked the fuses. So if we click on this one here, this is what it says. Customer concern, no crank, no power to anything when the ignition switch is depressed, no headlights or hazard operation. The hazards are direct output from the BCM. If the hazard lights are inoperative, check the body control module connectors, power and ground. Yes, if the vehicle is a no start, but the vehicle is a no start, but if the ignition does not turn on, there should still be scan tool communication to the BCM ignition off with the hazards turned on. Oh, interesting. Hazard operation is fairly basic. Diagnose this first. The BCM is located in the right kick panel. So you've done this already, and everything's powering on. So anyway, so that's what it says. Obviously, this is a common problem, so I just wanted to show you that real quick. Let's take a look here. I need to brighten this up here a little bit. On your starting circuit, we got a starting circuit pulled up for a sedan. Here's your starter relay. This is your intelligent power distribution module. Your fuse box under the hood. It's got a built-in circuit board inside that fuse box. Starter relay control. And you scroll down here. Here's your push button ignition switch right here. All of this does, it just basically provides a path to ground and sends a signal to your BCM, and you replace this. I'm sure if somebody plugs in with the data into the data link connector with a compatible scan tool and tries to communicate with the BCM, there's probably going to be codes. That would be my guess. So I know you replace this, but it would be a good idea to make sure A, the BCM is communicating, and B, see if there's any codes in the BCM. I don't think you're going to have any issues with your like park neutral position switch or anything like that, your transmission range switch. Although it's possible because the BCM has to see that it's in, you know, park or neutral to start. But I'll be honest with you, I don't think I've ever seen that. So I don't think that's going to be the issue. You can go to, this is the signal, start. I'm not really sure what the definition of this, but start, CONTUSM. But this looks like this is the signal from the BCM over to your starter relay. So you could go to the starter relay in this IPDM, and you could remove the relay and check the inputs, you know, to this relay to determine what's missing. Same thing with this top part here, you know, up here and then down here. See if that relay is clicking, and then see there you have the starter control relay. So you got two starter relays, and see which input is missing. Maybe we have an input missing from the CPU, this fuse box, into this one, or maybe we got a break in this brown wire that runs from the BCM over to your intelligent power distribution module, preventing the starter relay from activating. So one of the things that could be done if you don't have a scan tool, although that would be your best bet, you could also plug in, this thing should be communicating as well because it's a circuit board. So this should communicate and give you codes and stuff like that with a compatible scan tool. But the only other thing you could do would be to remove the relays and check the inputs manually with a test light or a voltmeter. I would probably use a voltmeter. Scan tool would be the way to go if you plug it in and see, you know, what codes are in this CPU and in the BCM, and of course the ECM as well. But anyway, you can see after this relay activates, it activates the starter control relay. And then what happens is it'll send power down to your starter motor So somewhere in this circuit, there's a lot going on. I'll be honest with you. Nissans are nice cars, but they are hard to work on. They're just a little more difficult, a little more complex than your average Toyota Corolla or something like that. So I'll go ahead and leave a link to this wiring diagram for you. Honestly, the easiest thing to do would be to plug into the computer and check to see, if this circuit board here is communicating, the ECM is communicating, and then the BCM. And you could actually look on your scan tool to make sure that the transmission control module is seeing when the vehicle's in park, make sure it reads park, right? Make sure it's reading correctly. So anyway, I'll go ahead and send that over, and I'll let you take a look at these things, and you can let me know what you find.